Welcome to Simantel. We're going to start our tour today in our Water Street location. So Simantel was founded in the 1980s, 1981 or 1982 by Jim Simantel, and he purchased this building in 1996. So something you may not know is the front of this building used to be the back, and that was because it was a loading dock that would go out to the river, as this used to be a steel metal warehouse. You can kind of see some of the accents as a nod to that still here today. Now before that, we were told it was a carriage house, so this building has a lot of history. In the Depression era, they actually had boxing matches here. So you can see in the center of our second floor, there are two poles that are missing where the ring was said to have been set up. Now times were tough, of course, so the winner would get a turkey or a ham that they could take home to their families. Now another interesting fact about this building is there used to be a third floor, and it burned down before Jim Simantel purchased it. But you can still go to our second floor cafe and look up and see some of the charred remains from it. And finally, Jim Simantel was a huge Bradley University fan. So as he was touring this building to purchase it, he noticed that there was a center field house court located there. Well, it turns out it was the Robertson Memorial Fieldhouse Court that had been stored here and forgotten about. So the joke was he would purchase the court if they threw in the building. Well, that happened, and he took that center court and made 3 conference room tables out of it that we still use today. One in our main conference room, our small conference room, and the lounge. So it's a really great talking piece for our clients and visitors when they visit. And this is our second floor cafe. We have a lot of new employee breakfasts here. We celebrate birthdays and anniversaries with dessert day. And in general, we just have a communal space for Simantelites to have lunch, have coffee, and we always have food, so we never go hungry. And then on our second floor here, we have a few different departments. We have our project planning team that sits over on this side and kind of behind me, our account planning team that sits over here, as well as our brand team up front. And then around the floor, we have offices where our executive team sits. And we come down the stairs to our first floor cafe, another common area where we still have plenty of food. And then behind me, we have our media team. To the right, we have our accounting team, our development team, ops, and HR. And on this side of the first floor, we have our IT department behind me, as well as our strategists and our digital business analysts. And then on the outside, just like the second floor, we have offices where our directors sit. And over here, we have more conference rooms. And then we enter our bar area. So this is a great space for Simantelites to have casual meetings. We have Simantel happy hours as well as client happy hours here with both alcoholic and non-alcoholic options. So it's just a really great space for us to connect. And over here, we show a lot of pictures showing the history of Simantel. So we're so grateful that Jim Simantel found this space as it was set to be demolished. And he was able to see the vision, remodel it multiple times to make it the space it is for us today. And that's the tour of our Water Street building. Now, as Simantel continued to grow, we needed a little bit more space than the Water Street building could handle for us. So we added a second location. That's the Maxam Building, just a few steps away. So we're gonna go ahead and tour that now. Let's go. We're here at our Maxam Building location. So this is our second location for Simantel, and we are fortunate that it became available when we were looking to expand, as it's just steps away from our Water Street building. Now, we moved into the second floor at the end of 2023 and remodeled it to make it feel and look like an extension of our Water Street location. So let's go check it out. And now we're entering into our Maxam Building on the second floor. And over here we have our creative department, our content production team, as well as our motion media team. We also have offices on the side here for our director team. And then as we move around in this space, we made sure to include a brainstorming area for workshopping sessions and collaboration. And we were lucky enough to include a podcast recording studio for our teams. We are now entering the bar and lobby space of our Maxam Building location. So this area used to be called the distillery room back in the early 1900s. So we really like that. We wanted to keep that name and also use it as inspiration for our additional conference rooms here. So we have the warehouse, the cooperage, the barrel room, and the half pint that we all named as conference rooms. Behind me, you'll see our second bar location, which is fantastic for hosting larger client happy hours. We have a lot of Simantel events here, and it's just a really great space for us to connect outside of the conference rooms. So we wanted to highlight our values wall. This is celebrating every and. This is just a recognition of the many talents and the wonderful contributions that Simantelite bring to the table. We're so fortunate to have both locations in the downtown area, and we've had so many talented Simantelites and artists come through our doors. And we have a variety of Simantelites across the country that bring their talents to our space when they come visit for client workshops and Simantel events. So that's the end of our tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you in person.